The deputy chief of the army staff are saying he has made some very interesting observations on Operation Sindoor. He said we were fighting not one country but three actually. And quite obviously, there was China, which had supplied 81% of the equipment to Pakistan. Then there was Turkey, which had supplied it the Bayraktar drones, the Biker Shiba drones, and it had given two mobile command units, which we had destroyed at Nur Khan, right? They were their instructors and their personnel helping Pakistan run these drones. But the good thing was that we had hit the Pakistani command and control underground, deeply buried bunker at Nur Khan, which was the headquarters of the Pakistani, integrated air command, from where they were controlling all fighter operations, directing all fighters, whether for offensive or for defensive tasks. And we had hit that with our BrahMos cruise missile. It is a deeply hardened 4 to 5 meters of reinforced cement concrete, designed by the American General Electric Company. There was an air vent for air conditioning, just 45 centimeters. And we were able to hit our BrahMos cruise missile with that level of deadly accuracy. We'd blasted it. We came to know later that it was also their nuclear command post for controlling nuclear operations, and that is why Pakistan had gone into such a bloody panic. We'd also at Murid Air Base hit their command and control site for drone UAV operations, destroyed it fully. This was also an American facility built during the Afghan war, when from here they were controlling all drone operations. Both these had computers, servers, etc., that linked them to American satellites through which they could control the drone ops, they could control the air ops, etc. Right? And both these facilities were destroyed. That means they were left like headless chicken. The Pakistani Air Force, the Pakistani drones, whether Chinese or Turkish origin, they were all left headless. I mean, without command and control, the drones started falling out of the skies. And we had gained total air supremacy over Pakistan. The Pakistan Air Force could not defend itself. The Pakistani Air Force could not defend its air bases. The Pakistani Air Force could not attack our cities, our military installations. All its attempts failed. And it was then in desperation it had fired the tactical ballistic missiles against us, one Shaheen and two Fateh 2 tactical ballistic missiles, which were also shot down 100%. The drones, 90% of them were shot down. So we had gained a total control of the air over Pakistan, and we we all felt we should have continued the fighting for another 2 or 3 days. And having gained air control, we could have hit any target that we wanted. We could have destroyed, repeated the strikes on the Sargoda, cratered it again and again so that it became dysfunctional, unserviceable. We could have hit their hangars where we'd already hit one AVAC in the hangar at Bolari. We had hit one AVAC SAB 2000 AREI, via our S-400 missile. So we downed two Saab aircraft. We'd hit about 8 F-16 aircraft, two Mirage aircraft, right? One air-to-air refueler, one C-130 transport. We could have destroyed practically half the Pakistani Air Force had we continued operations with total air superiority in our favor. I think that is what he is talking of, the strike which the Pakistanis were anticipating, and they actually wet their trousers and they asked us not to continue. But they had gone to the United States after their nuclear command authority was hit. But they were in total panic, whether it was a decapacitating strike by India, you know, and they had fiber optic links between Nur Khan, Sargoda, Bolari, etc., and Murid, where their drone headquarters was. So that when one was hit, there was redundancy and they would give their dump their computer data onto the other computers, other servers. I'm not sure if they were able to do that because we had also done a cyber attack in combination with the kinetic attack. There were 21 terror targets total in Pakistan, out of which we had hit just about 9. We should have hit the GHQ. We should have hit the ISI headquarter, destroyed it for good measure. There was a lot that we could do. Having gained air superiority, you can hit any target that you choose. But we gained air superiority and left it at that. Whether we'll be able to do it as easily the next time around is a question mark because he will also, the Chinese are helping him, the Turks are helping him, so he will fill up all his gaps and lacunae, which he has also now found out and understood. Having gained such a major advantage, it was in our interest to continue hitting it to inflict serious damage. But the problem then was de escalation and conflict termination. Then the conflict could have spun out of control. And the worry in India always is that it should not get to a nuclear exchange. That is the worry. It should not cross the nuclear threshold. But I don't think it was about to cross the nuclear threshold. Pakistan was extremely worried. Yes, that is why it had gone to Uncle Sam. That is why it had begged for a ceasefire. And we let it off the hook. Now, for how long this will last, we don't know. Because Pakistan, given its traits of character, they are likely to try and act hostile. Their jihadi mindset is still very much intact, and they could try and launch terror strikes against us. If they do, as we have said, Operation Sindoor is still very much on. We should destroy whatever is left of the terror infrastructure. The next time around, I think we are now quite clear who the real culprits are, and we should go for them hammer and tongs.